Hello, it's me, it's Lucy again, and I'm from Paper Glitter Glue, or rather, my website is Paper Glitter Glue, and I wanted to make a relatively easy project that's kind of practical for the last project in the Great Halloween Spooktacular, and this is a little gift box. So you're probably not surprised that it looks like a little house because, that's kind of what I do. But the nice thing is that it folds into a great little gift box. And let me open it up. It folds flat. So if you want to have it, you can use it for year after year. So there's decor on the back, decor on the front. I learned on my gift boxes that if I add an extra layer of cardstock, that the gift box will be much sturdier. But also, it has extra layers to kind of make the design stand out. So let's make the little Halloween house gift box. I am going to show you how the Halloween gift box, the Halloween house gift box, works in Cricut Design Space because I use my maker to cut out the design. So I'm on the canvas part. This is home, this is canvas, and I'm going to upload the design. And I've clicked on the file on my computer. I'm working on my laptop, and this is the Halloween house gift box. And you can see that the score lines are drawn in red, even though when we're actually inside Cricut Design Space, it doesn't show them as red, but there are score lines on the back piece of the house, the front piece of the house, and there's a little score line on this extra flap, this tab down here. So now we hit continue in the lower right hand side, continue, image details, upload. Now here's my design. I always reduce it on the screen, not the actual design, but what I see on the screen, so I can see all my pieces. Here we go. And first thing we always do is ungroup, so we can kind of set our score lines. Ungroup, and I don't know where my little 1-inch square, there's my little 1-inch square. That's my square for scale. You don't need it. Let's just put it in the trash. Once you know that it's uploaded at the size you want, or the size rather that I designed it. Cricut Design Space always changes. There are updates all the time, and so your screen might not look exactly like this, but in terms of getting score lines set, you'll still do the same basic thing. Okay, so this is the main piece, the front and two sides of the house. And when I click on it, you see that it's green over here. So I'm going to click this little arrow, and you can see the two pieces that are grouped together for the Halloween house. These little lines are score lines, so I'm going to click on them alone. So they're the only ones that are highlighted in green. I'm going to go over to the operations menu, and here you can tell that I actually drew the lines in red. This is the color box, and it shows that I did them in red. So I'm going to click on the down arrow in the operations menu, and I'm going to scroll down to score, kind of in the middle, score. And then I'm going to select the entire piece again. I'm clicking over here. This is our layers panel. I'm clicking over here, and then I'm scrolling to the bottom of the layers panel where this little paper clip is, and I'm clicking attach. So I've got that set of score lines done. Let's do the same thing for the back piece. It's also grouped. You can tell because it's got this little arrow here. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to select the lines by themselves. They're in red. Means I drew it as a score line. Operations menu. Scroll down to score. Click the entire piece in the layers panel and attach. And the only other set of score lines are two little lines on this kind of bottom flap. You can see that it's grouped as well. So, and these two lines are hard to see because you can see they're just tiny dashes here. It just makes it easier to fold the flap. I'm going to click on them. They're drawn in red. That's our big clue that it's a score line in my designs. I'm going to click score, click the entire piece in the layers panel. I'm over in the layers panel, and attach. Now I attach these two together just because they, do the same thing. These are the background pieces for the roof. You have to choose what color you want. And then these are the background pieces for the house. You can do them in yellow as well. So I usually group these pieces together. Group. I click the group button here under the layers panel, and I'm going to hide them. And the same thing with the door, because I want the door to be a contrasting color. So for now I'm going to hide it because I'm just going to cut. For now I'm going to hide the door because I'm just going to cut these pieces, which I'm going to cut in the same color. And I used a heavier grade or a heavier weight of cardstock. I used between 80 to 110 cardstock, and I actually cut it on heavy cardstock, which I think was 100 pounds or more, on the Cricut Design Space page, and it's cut well. I did have to run it through a few times just to make sure it cut all the way through. These are a lot of little details, but they really make the house come to life. So now I'm going to show you how to put it together. Let's make our little Halloween house gift box. This was the inspiration. I made a gingerbread house last year, and I learned some things from making it, such as to reinforce the bottom so that when you put something inside, the cardstock doesn't bend. So anyway, and the other nice thing is it folds flat. So let's make our version. All you need in terms of supplies, other than your cutting machine and what you cut it out with, is glue and cardstock, really. I did find that some papers cut better, and it cut better on cardstock for intricate cuts. My Cricut did, rather. Cut better on cardstock for intricate cuts. Rather than, a lot of times I just use heavy cardstock. You can use any kind of cardstock you want, but the lighter stuff cuts better for these kind of details. And I tried to spread them out, and I may modify them a little bit again so that they cut all the way through and not tear. This one tore just a little bit, like right there, but it's on the back, so I'm pretending it's no big deal. So the first thing in terms of construction is to glue the door in place. I want the door in place before I add the backing paper. You have a choice of backing paper. Well, you always have choices, but you can make your gift box sturdy so that it holds something, or you can make it so that it's translucent, and it still will function as a gift box, but it just won't be as strong if you use something like vellum. I'm using a yellow cardstock from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop, partly because I really like the bright color with the black, so that's part of the reason. There's my little door in place. And now that that's in place, we can go ahead and glue the background paper. Like I said, you can use regular cardstock or vellum so that it's translucent, or you could actually use just copy paper is pretty thin and will let light shine through. I want this brilliant yellow to show through. And when I'm applying glue to a piece that has lots of cutouts, I always try to remember to apply glue to the cutout piece, not the solid piece, so the glue doesn't show through. But it's especially important when you have, pretty intricate cuts. It takes a while to cut all this out, but the nice thing is it doesn't take long to construct it. And the cutout that I've included in the SVG pattern is slightly smaller than the piece it belongs to give you room to fold. See how bright the yellow is? I just love it. Now we'll do the side pieces. We do the same thing for them. So now our front piece is done. We'll do the same for the back. At our back piece, our support, our color, our brilliant yellow color sheet. Add the yellow here. And we're going to add yellow to the back of the roof. I like having what I call an over roof. You don't have to, and you can just use a plain color if you want, but I kind of designed it with some jaggedy shingles, like the shingles in the first Spooktacular house. I wasn't very patient when I cut this out, so I should have run it through an extra time. There's our roof piece. Let's do roof piece number 2. All right, next we start constructing the house. Now, I guess we can go ahead and add this support piece. So it has a slot so that the back piece can fold up, and that's how you make the bottom of the box. The most important thing to do is to line up the slot so that there's room for the little tab to go through. And again, you can see that it's slightly smaller than the piece it belongs to, the section of the house. All right, so this is the front and the other 2 sides. So now we need to glue a side tab together. And we'll apply glue to one of the side tabs. And then just line it up. Make sure the bottom fits. It's really important. And we'll fold it. Because that's one of the advantages of this little gift box, is that you can fold it. Fold it flat and use it again another year. I mean, that's the real design element that I was going for. We make so many cool things, and then they're hard to store. They take up a lot of room. I know my little houses can take up a lot of room, my regular houses. So if we glue it like this, we know that it folds flat. If you let the glue set. Let's flip to the front. I love the orange door. See, we're done with the construction. All we have to do is let the glue dry, and then I can show you how to fold the house together. We're almost done with construction. We have to add the little roof pieces on, but I usually do that after I make sure the house folds together well. Let's see. It's looking good. Okay, so I hope I've given it enough time to dry. So this tab goes inside, and then this tab slots in that slot. There, nicely. And these side flaps, that's to kind of help hold whatever you put inside. That's to kind of help, well, it adds a little structure here, but it also helps hold any candy or whatever you put inside your little Halloween house. And that's it. Now, if you don't want to add the roof pieces, you don't have to. Or maybe you don't want them to be so bright. This yellow really is bright. But I usually put the roof together first so I can line these up so that the roof pieces don't interfere with the tab at the top and don't glue it all together. So let's apply glue along the roof flap. And I'm going to kind of slide it in place right up to the crease. And then I want to make sure it's centered, so I need to scoot it over a little bit. There we go. And same thing on this side. Slide it up just to the fold line. Like I said, I don't want to glue it together. Line it up a little better. There. That's how easy it is. Isn't it cute? And you could choose better colors. I'm working on one in orange. I think I'm going to do orange and purple. But anyway, that is the Halloween house gift box. And I hope you have fun making this.